Here's the perfect example of I love women in male-dominated fields. So I just saw the video about the man who tried to leave his wife with 5 kids. Basically flew them from Nigeria, moved them to London or whatever, and then one day he's like, basically trying to break up with her. And so what does she do? She takes all her 5 they're little kids. She takes their passport and she flies herself to Nigeria. Short notice, does not tell this man, right? And so obviously, because she took the passport, he cannot go anywhere with the kids. And now he's claiming his mental health is declining and she never loved the family, blah, 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 blah. Isn't that what he was trying to do? Isn't that exactly what he was trying to do? He wanted to leave her with the 5 kids. But because she reversed his ass, now his mental health is declining. She never loved the family. I love women in male-dominated fields. I love this for her, period.
Some men think they can play husband today and be single tomorrow. Like marriage is a Netflix subscription they can cancel anytime. But when the woman says, I'm out too, then suddenly it's all tears and internet runs. Hey fam, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide, where we break down the wildest, realest, and most jaw-dropping stories the internet throws at us. And to all my returning subscribers, I love you all as always. And to my new people, my name is Amy and welcome to the tribe. And if you're into real talk, trending drama, and honest reactions with no fluff, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So today's story, wow, we are talking about this Nigerian man who had 5 kids with his wife, then randomly decided he wanted a divorce. But before he could even start the paperwork, the wife dipped, took the passports, and flew back to Nigeria. And now this man is on social media crying that the woman didn't love him enough. You can imagine the irony. So guys, let's roll the clips and see how folks, especially the diaspora, are reacting to this mess. Then I'll be back and we can have this interesting conversation.
We need to start normalizing allowing these men cater for their kids as well. Not every time we women taking up the lead. If a man says he's tired of marriage, we'll start disturbing ourselves and be bothered like, we women, we know we get the house. We know if we leave our kids for the man. But sometimes we need to show these men shege. Let them train the kids on their own. So this man brought his wife to the UK and said he's tired of the marriage. He wants to leave the wife with the kids. The wife not even cuckoo argue. She said, okay, that's fine. If you want to leave me with the kids, that's fine. Since you say you are going to take part in training them, bringing out money, being supportive, you get. So this woman had to travel to Nigeria without telling the husband. Seizing their passport, she traveled down to Nigeria with all their Nigerian passports, making sure that this man will not smell Nigeria, will not bring down these kids to Nigeria. Now the man is coming online to cry, saying that she's selfish. Do you think that this woman is actually selfish? Because he's been trying to call this woman. She refused to pick his calls. And he's been trying to reach any of the family members. They refuse to answer this man.
I don't know if you guys seen the story about the Nigerian man who sat his wife down and basically said that, I can't continue with this relationship anymore. I'm not happy. And he, made sure to say how he brought her from the UK 8 years ago. And now they have 5 kids. So do the math. That means those kids are very much so little. Okay. 5 little kids under the age of 8 years old. And he sat her down and said that he going to leave the family, but he's going to try his best to support her financially. So she said, okay. She was in tripping. Sis said, I'm not tripping. I'm not arguing with you. Fine. If that's what you want, go ahead and do that, right? Leave me with 5 kids. Fast forward to a week later, she took all of their passports, all of the kids' passports, and booked a flight back to Nigeria. Left that man in the house with them kids and made sure to take the passport so that he wouldn't bring them to Nigeria with her. So he's been calling her family nonstop. She left me with the kids, da, da, da. And the family don't care. They don't want to hear it. They don't care. So he said the only person that even continued to answer his calls was his wife's mother. And now he's coming to the internet because he feels like she never loved him and she never loved the family, because how can she just get up and leave 5 kids behind for him to take care of? And his mental health is declining. He doesn't have time for himself. It's like the kids purposely want to hurt him. They're throwing tantrums. He don't have time to go play ball anymore. His sister has to come and help him because he just can't take it. And I'm just like, look at God. You were about to leave that woman with 5 kids to take care of. And she pulled a you on you faster than you could. And now you come into the internet to say that this woman never cared about her kids and only cares about herself and she's selfish. When in reality, you were the one that was about to break up the family. You see, these men can never handle what it is that they're doing to us. And when we pull a them on them, now all of a sudden we're the bad guy. Make it make sense.
Yo, so they talking heavy about that Nigerian mom who left her 5 kids with that man because he had already planned to exit himself. Let me just say, shout out to you, Queen, okay? Because you made a decision for yourself, okay? Because otherwise it would have been the other way around. And we know that we as moms and single moms, we're not the best to raise them. The dads are. So I only feel sorry for the children because they will miss mommy, okay? But baby, live your best life. Take care of your kids. Make sure they straight always. But baby, this is what we got to normalize. Letting the single dads who do it better than us do it. Like, we gotta get into that habit, okay? Let's normalize that you can walk away too, okay? You can be free too, the same way that they want to be free, the same way that they're going to blame you for how the child turns out, the same way that they'll leave you before you leave them with the kids to be a single mom and then turn around. Baby, y'all better stop worrying about what society think, okay? Believe it or not, this is a game for a lot of men. It's a game. Okay? They don't want to be tied down. They don't want to be stuck. Go ahead on. You go, Ma. You leave. You let them, cause they're raising them better than we are. So let's see, let's see what happens, and don't wait too long. Don't let the child get too big. Let them go from babies. And somebody will look at this and be like, you were wrong for that. So, no, it happens to us all the time. And as I will continue to say, what's good for the geese has to be good for the gander. Okay. Shout out to that mother. Okay. Just still remain a good mom. Take care of your babies. It's going to be from afar, but he got this. And hopefully he seeks some counseling. I heard he was saying his mental health and all these different things. Nobody cares because nobody thinks about women's mental health, raising 5 kids alone. You just talk about all her defaults. But let's normalize that.
That's exactly what millions of women have to do every single day with no help, no lifeline, no one to call. You thought she was just going to sit there struggling with 5 kids while you went off living your best divorced life? Nope. Now you get to see what it's like. I really love that for her. But you already know that men are going to be in these comments foaming at the mouth talking about a real mother would never abandon her kids. Oh, really? Where's that energy for the millions of men who do it every single day? The ones who call it a fresh start. The double standard is wild. A man walks out on his kids and it's just another Tuesday. But a woman does it and suddenly she's evil? Please. But honestly, I'm here for it. This was chess, not checkers. She said, you wanted freedom? Say less. Now he's drowning in diaper changes and school drop-offs, realizing that being a full-time parent is not for the weak. Maybe now he'll understand the weight of what he was about to dump on her. Men love to act like being a mom is just some built-in instinct, like women were made to sacrifice their whole lives for their kids while they get to dip whenever they feel like it. But guess what? Some of us are done playing that game. Maybe this would be the wake-up call some of these men need. Kudos to this woman. She truly understood the assignment.
Alright, let's really unpack this. So here's what happened. This Nigerian man tells his wife he wants a divorce. She doesn't argue, no back and forth. She accepts it. But while he's off at work, thinking he just hit the restart button on life, she makes her move. She takes all the passports, including his, and flies back to Nigeria alone, leaving him with their 5 kids. Now, he's online saying she never loved me. But let's be honest, what he's really saying is, I didn't expect to be the full-time parent. And this is where the internet splits. Some folks, especially a lot of women, are saying this should be normalized, that if a man chooses to walk away from the relationship,
he should be prepared to handle the responsibility that comes with that, including raising the kids. Because for too long, it's been expected that the woman just absorbs everything, the breakup, the bills, and the babies. But not everyone agrees. There are others saying, wait, what about the children, especially when the kids are very young? And many argue they need their mother, and that leaving them behind, even with their father, could be traumatic or unfair. And some believe that co-parenting, even across distance, is the better path. Then there's the whole passport move. Some see it as genius and others call it extreme. But one thing's clear, this wasn't a woman acting out of emotion, this was strategy. And whether you agree or not, she flipped the script and forced a different conversation, one that challenges traditional gender roles in parenting. Anyway, that's just my take. So where do you stand? Was she wrong for leaving the kids behind, or was it about time someone held these men accountable? Drop your thoughts in the comments and remember to keep it respectful, but don't hold back, guys, because we love a good debate over here, but we also keep it grown. And if you're new to this space, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these trending conversations. This is Trending Pulse Worldwide, where we talk about the real, the raw, and everything the internet is already whispering about. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.